Hey guys, we media members love NHL player comparables. So, James and Jake, if you could just the best NHL comparable to you and why?
Yeah, I think I've heard a lot of Jack Hughes, just kind of the way he skates, the way he plays, the way he handles the puck. I think there's a lot of pieces of his game that I can kind of see in mine.
I like to compare myself to Wyatt Johnson. Just the way he kind of knows the game, his smarts, his hockey IQ, the way he's deceptive around the net, and the way he's able to score goals. So I'd say him.
James, you spent a year in Boston. You played with a lot of Bruins prospects on your BC team. Wondering what your interactions were like with the Bruins organizations this week.
Yeah, it was awesome. They're great people, easy to talk to. A lot of connections because there were a couple Bruins guys on our roster this year. So just being able to connect about that, talking about the guys on my team, how they've done. They're great people, so it was a really good conversation we had.
Jake, I was just curious, what would you say are maybe your strengths and maybe something you need to work on moving forward?
My strengths are my smarts and hockey IQ and my ability to pass the puck. The things I need to work on are just my first three steps, kind of getting away from coverage and stuff, and then I want to work on my face-offs.
Jake, just wondering if you could tell us a bit about someone we just saw come through here, Michael Misa, what it's like to go head-to-head with him and what stands out about his game.
Yeah, it's cool. He's obviously a really good player. Me and him played on a lot of same teams growing up in spring hockey and stuff, so I seen him grow as a player and as a person. He's just a really quick player, good hands, smarts. So he's just a good player overall.
A question for both of you guys. Just wondering who you had dinner with this week and just what was your favorite thing about dinner?
I had dinner with the New York Islanders, and we both had dinner with Utah. Both great dinners. Just being able to connect with teams, being able to just have a conversation over dinner. It's less talk about hockey. It's more just trying to get to know you. So it's just part of being yourself. And
Yeah, I met with Philly and then Utah. It's just cool kind of meeting the GMs and stuff and just kind of having a relaxing convo, getting to know them, just kind of person to person, not really stressing out about the draft or anything, just having a good dinner and everything, so that was good.
As a question for James, you played last year with Ryan Leonard at BC. Did you have a chance to talk to him, get any advice from the Capitals?
I have. I was talking to him after we broke the record. I think those first couple days and weeks that he was a part of the Capitals, it was probably one of the cooler moments you can say. So just being able to talk to him, he's a good buddy of mine. So he said he loved it. A lot of jokes in that room. He was telling me some funny things. So he said just soak this all in. It only happens once.
Jake, over here on your plate. Yeah, your mom played real high-level hockey, women's national team, pro. How has she been able to help you off the ice as far as when things would get stressful? Because she's dealt with it. What kind of advice was she able to give to you?
She's always just supportive. Never kind of getting mad at me after a bad game and everything. She's always obviously been through it throughout my whole hockey career, and she's always supported me after games, keeping me up, keeping my head up, and then just as a skill standpoint, always going to her hockey school growing up and kind of getting my confidence and ability from there.
James, obviously came into the season highly projected and everything, and the draft season goes as it goes. But just curious for you, what is the case that you've been making to teams about, being that player that a lot of people believe could be, the number one pick, and also, what were some of the questions that teams were asking you in terms of just about, dealing with that kind of attention and pressure that came this season?
Yeah, a lot of questions about that. It just came with maturing. I wanted to go to college, wanted to play with my brother. It's tough. You're playing against older, stronger talent every day. They push you in practice. They push you to be your best. So it was a great year. It was adjusting to the pace of play. Teams have asked a bunch of different questions. I think I just love to make my cases. I love to win. I want to be able to win a Stanley Cup with whatever team takes a chance on me. No matter where I go, I know I will bring my compete. I will always want to win and hopefully be able to bring a Stanley Cup to an organization.
Hi, question for James. How were you first made aware of the Bring Hagens thing on Long Island? And was this brought up at all when you met with the Islanders?
I think the first time I saw it was driving home from a workout and seeing someone's bumper sticker. It was pretty funny. Gives you a good smile. Just try to drive by. It's cool when you see something like that. When you see people on Long Island supporting it, it's special. They did bring it up. Someone did ask in a podcast if I did see it, but no, the team didn't bring it up.
Did you have like eye contact with the driver? Or?
No, I tried to put my head down. I just drove by. So.
This is for both of you guys. You see the preseason rankings, mid-season rankings. Do you guys pay attention to that, or is it something that you're trying to concentrate on just playing the game and not paying attention to that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think you can't really let that stuff affect you. The best thing you can do is not look at it. We're kids. We're on our phones, so sometimes it will pop up. I know I'm not worried about the media at all. I'm just worried about taking it day by day. This season, worrying about my team, worrying about my grades, classes at Boston College, family. So it's I guess that's all noise. You just have to make sure your head's in the moment, and you're not looking at any of that stuff.
Yeah, I also try to stay out of it. Try to stay off my phone, kind of with that, because it could get in your head if some people are saying some bad things about you, or you're lower on people's draft rankings and stuff. But one thing, my team brings it up a lot, which kind of sucks. So, so they always kind of been telling me like where I am on what list and everything. So that's the one thing that sucks. But I try to stay out of it and stay motivated in every way.
For Jake, just playing with Nick Lardis in Brantford, what have you learned from him, and what advice has he had, and just everything with him and working with him?
Yeah, he's obviously a great player. I lived with him my first year and second year. I feel like I learned the most from him my first year, coming into the league. Kind of as a nervous, scared rookie, and he kind of made me feel at home, made me feel comfortable in the way that I developed, and the way that he kind of he helped me with my shot a lot. I feel like that's kind of the big thing, and just kind of making me feel at home and helping me.
For both of you, a lot, whirlwind is going to hit you. We're going to go through this process. But in terms of just being able to kind of let your hair down a little bit, get to know these teams, have them get to know you, what's been your favorite part about being here in Buffalo, where, down the years, you might be on the roster around here, or you might come into this building looking to take this roster down?
Yeah, and I think this is an exciting time. The whole week they have here for us. You grow up watching NHL, you grow up dreaming of playing the NHL, and now you're talking to teams, and that dream's coming true. So it's just a moment you have to soak in. You just have to be grateful for every meeting you have, every interaction you have with the team. So this is a week that you will remember for the rest of your life. It only comes around once. Sure, most guys will remember the bike test here, but just making sure you're doing well in testing as well. It's a fun time.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. Growing up, watching all these teams play, especially for me, Pittsburgh was my favorite team growing up. So talking to them and just taking it all in, and it's pretty cool coming to this event with some lifelong friends. Like I've had Luca Romano and Cam Reed, so just going through the experience with them and just talking to them about it is really cool.
I know you guys got to eat healthy, but have any of these teams taken you out for wins?
More steak. Yeah.
Last question.
Just for both of you, what would you feel like was the hardest question, or the question that caught you off guard this week from a team?
That's a good one, Keith. Yeah, this one.
I don't know. Some guys got, by talking to others, some guys they got kind of worse than me, but I just got an animal one. What kind of type of animal I am, but that's the only one that I got pretty bad.
Yeah, there's not too many crazy ones. Probably say the same. I got that question. So other than that, it's been really good.